Technology gets cooler and scarier by the day. And I can't say that the last article that I read made me really thrilled about the future of technology because a lot of it is mostly just data centers popping up, AI is getting smarter, AI is getting better, we're using AI, this, that. But thankfully, I get to tell you guys about a little story about technology that doesn't use AI. And it's actually really old school technology because there was a phone case that got dropped for the world record, the Guinness World Record from space, and it survived. And I want to talk about it. I'm your host, Seb, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below. Do you guys still use phone cases for if they're durable or if they're like, I don't know, cute, trendy, what's the term? Fashionable? Maybe that's a better term. Because honestly, like, I'm a little bit of both. Where, I mean, I want a case that I know that if I like throw it off a building, my phone's not gonna break. But I also don't want it to look like just a brick. I mean, otter boxes is like the old school, like if you want your shit to not break and you drop your phone a lot, like you probably want an otter box. But nowadays people are just kind of getting like the shit phone cases where I feel like even if you were to drop it from like normal human height, it'll probably break. But I don't know. I guess that's a rant for like another video. But I really want to talk about the rhinoshield phone case here because if you guys aren't familiar with them, rhinoshield is I think they're a British company, and or at least they partnered with the British defense team in order to do this experiment, this test. And I know I just came at you guys with a lot of yap, but I'm going to dumb it down for just a second, okay? So basically, rhinoshield, they got this phone case called the Airway X, I believe. And you know what? Let me double check. Okay, I was wrong. It's called the Air X Ultra Cushion phone case. And it was dropped from space today. Or I guess it was more like 2 days ago. But the reason why they wanted to do this test is to prove whether or not their phone case was really like state of the art, super top of the line. And they ended up partnering with the British Defense something in order to prove whether or not this was like military grade. Now, as far as why it needed to be dropped from space, I don't know. I genuinely think that this was them just trying to like mog all the other phone shield companies. What do they call it? Phone case companies, honestly, because there's genuinely no need for them to do this other than to just prove it. And also, like, I want to talk about the Guinness World Record stuff, but that'll be later. But they dropped it from almost 100,000 feet. I believe the exact number was like 3,000 something meters, and then it rounds to be like 100,000 feet. But I mean, like, if you look at the video, guys, like, it was in fucking space, bro. And they say it's, like, near space because there's a lot of terminology like, oh, we're technically in Earth's atmosphere, even though you can kind of see, like, all the stars and you can see, like, Earth behind you, like, Earth's atmosphere. Whatever, bro. Shout out science nerds. But, I mean, this is pretty cool, right? And I mean, for you guys who aren't familiar with me, like, I'm a mechanical engineer. Like, that's what I went to school for, and I just graduated with it. And so all this material science stuff is really fascinating me. And what's really cool about these guys is they ended up making a phone case that's a monomaterial, and it's something that they take a lot of pride in, which I didn't really know was a huge thing in like the phone case industry. But these guys are like, they're like, yeah, we did it with just monomaterial. Unlike all you other posers, you guys got to use your multi-layered stuff or your, I don't know, your mixes, sorry, all the words are leaving my head. But you guys get the point what I'm trying to say. Like, they're saying we made this out of just Skittles and we didn't need M&Ms and cotton candy and Twix bars in it. And I think that's pretty cool. I tried to find the footage of the video dropping because at least in the articles that I've seen, there's like an image of the phone being held from like the balloon that it was dropped from. But nothing that I could see was the footage with it. I found like a short video from like rhinoshield on their YouTube, but it's literally like a 2-minute short. And in it, there's like 3 or 4 seconds of the footage, like of it falling with a lot of words. And then it also just talks about their company and their future and all this stuff. I don't know. I don't really care for it. I didn't think you guys would care for it. But if there was footage, I would have put it on the screen. But again, though, I think that's super awesome. And it said it took like 25 minutes for it to fall, which, honestly, I'm more impressed by it not burning up from, entering the atmosphere. I guess technically it never left, but like I'm telling you guys, if you look at the image, it genuinely looks like it's in space. But as far as the testing goes, now I want to talk about like the Guinness World Record part of it all, because see, when I was a kid, I used to think that the Guinness World Records was like everything. I genuinely thought that if you could get in the Guinness Book of World Records, that you were it. Like that was it. Like that was peak cloutness, you know? Like it was above the president's cloutness. It was above like athlete cloutness. It was above like LeBron James cloutness, you know? That was like the goat of goats. Turns out I was really fucking wrong. The Guinness Book of World Records, I rarely ever hear about that thing, and I don't think most people really care about it. The only cool part was, you know, when you were a kid and you got to see like the small literature books about like, oh, the 2007 Guinness Book of World Records, and it's like most hot dogs eaten in a minute, or like most snakes held in your hand. I don't know. It's all pointless stuff. But for them to make a test using defense budget to put together like a little drone or balloon, whatever they want to call it, that ended up flying the phone up into space and then dropping it, I just think is hilarious and ridiculous. And it genuinely, to me, it doesn't make any sense because like, why do we need to chase a Guinness Book of World Records thing? And I know I just said, you know, the coolness behind it as a kid, like the clout, but really like a kid isn't deciding what phone case they want. They're just going to be like, I want something that looks cool. And, you know, that's about it. But if, you know, I give my kid a phone, I'd probably give him an OtterBox, bro. Like, you're not breaking that thing. That thing costs a lot of money. But for them to go over the top and do this thing, I don't know. It's just a little bit weird. And I still really think that the Guinness Book of World Records is something that's, you know, kind of cool and I don't know, neat to do and neat to get into. But I feel like a lot of it is forced, you know? Like I could probably get in there for most amount of times. Like you can hold your hand behind you backwards while you're sitting upside down or something, you know, like it feels like it's just pointless stuff that people try to just clout chase. But now what I'm really excited to talk about is what this could mean for like the future of technology. Because I know a lot of the stuff that we're focused on is like smart technology with AI integration and trying to make things, you know, very technical, easy peasy, like push a button and it does like 5 different things, right? But I also really like the technology where it focuses on the materials, like a little bit of lore for you guys who are unaware. I wanted to become like a shoe designer and not somebody who, you know, chooses the colorways or how the shoe fits around something. Like I wanted to be the guy who, you know, designs a cool material. Like I wanted to make the next Nike Vaporflies. Like that's what I wanted to do. And unfortunately, to get into that industry is a little bit harder than little old Sebastian could have ever thought. And I don't know if I still want to get into that industry, honestly. It's all right, but you know, I've enjoyed other things. But seeing something like this type of material, is pretty cool. And what really sucks is I don't think that they're going to reveal what material they ended up using or how their formula works. But the fact that we have things that we can, you know, like a phone case can survive in space and you can buy it off Amazon for like $15. I think that's pretty fucking neat. And it shows how awesome our technology is getting. And so I don't know. I'm feeling pretty hopeful. Maybe Elon Musk is right, bro. By 2030, we'll be able to go to Mars and drop our phones on a different planet and make sure that it doesn't break. Like that is insane to me. Of course, I really hope we don't make it there by 2030 just because I don't really like Elon and seeing him be right. I mean, I can see him be right. I'm okay with it. But if it were up to me, I'd probably choose him be wrong, to be honest with you guys. But that's all I really got to say. Hopefully someone somewhere can take some inspiration from this and start making some rubber technology so that way whenever you drop anything with the cover on it, it just doesn't break. You know, shout out our tablets, shout out our laptops, maybe even our fucking monitors and TV screens. Although those ones are going to be really rare to drop, so hopefully you guys don't actually need something like that. But hey, I mean, the future is unknown and, you know, maybe that's where the future ends up going. Of course, thank you guys for watching the video. And as always, have a good one.